We get the TGIF achievement for surviving for a week. It's actually been a little bit longer than that, but it's probably counting from times we've gone to sleep or times midnight has rolled over. Our arm isn't quite healed, but if we keep our distance from the undead, we should be okay. Yesterday we reached 2 ranks of archery. That means we can swap out our bow sight and stabilizer for the higher end versions. The 5-pin bow sight makes aiming just a tiny bit faster, but importantly, it's much more accurate and gives us some extra effectiveness at long range. The bow stabilizer was like a 10% increase in accuracy, but the bow stabilizer system is closer to 20%. Again, it does increase our aim time, but only by a couple hundredths of a second. Well worth it. We found a couple of MRE packs. These come with stealth shable bread. The game calls them crackers, but that's not quite what they are. We can make peanut butter sandwiches with these and the peanut butter packets that came with them. They're almost 800 calories each. Peanut butter is a great survival food. We've lost 10 of our really good carbon fiber hunting arrows. That's okay, we have 40 left, but for now we're going to switch to the wooden broadheads. These still have the 10 times crit modifier, so they're going to be really effective against these unarmored zombies, but their base damage multiplier is lower. They also have a bit less range, but because we've beefed up our bow, it really doesn't matter. We misjudged the distance and accidentally let a zombie close to melee. Alright, there we go. The arrows do indeed do the job. We can hear something making noise in the hunting shop. It takes us a moment to spot the zombie cop. We'll just leave him to it. The traps outside the east exit are doing work. We take out another couple of zombies and discover a newspaper. An article dated May 5th, 2024 reads, "Government facilities bombed. In an apparent foreign attack, contradicting earlier Department of Defense denials of the disaster being caused by Chinese aggression, a coordinated bombing strike hit a wide number of U.S. governmental facilities simultaneously yesterday, as well as numerous locations in isolated parts of the coastal United States. A statement from the Pentagon has been issued, stating the strikes were the result of Chinese opportunism during the national crisis, and assured that action would be taken in kind against the aggressors. Allegations that these sites contain top government research facilities related to the disaster have been vehemently denied." We remember hearing about the explosions. That was right around the time our blackouts started getting really bad, so it's hardly surprising that we missed it. We've been too deeply mired in the business of survival to spend much effort thinking about what's actually going on. Usually in the movies when there are zombies, it's due to a virus or something. Maybe a corporation or the government was researching something in one of these facilities, and when they blew it up, it got out? Are we just randomly immune? But that doesn't make complete sense. The riots started way back in March, and if we think about it, weird stuff was happening even before that. Things have felt off for years now. There have been all these crazy political movements, weird conspiracy theories, new technology. The police have rolled out a bunch of robots and drones. The United States was fighting with China over every little thing. It didn't feel rational. It was like war was constantly about to break out, but the reasons never made sense. As a punk rocker, we've always been suspicious of authority. It looks like maybe our worldview has been vindicated. But at what cost? Something to think about. For now, let's go check the traps by the movie theater. Oh hey, more food. Seasoned salt, curry powder, chili peppers. There's a Ziploc bag here. We could use that to replace our bandage bag at some point. The zippered ones are watertight. A zombie charges us from the darkness. It tries to bite our stomach as we shove it off, but it can't get through our corset. One problem we're having is that drawing an arrow out of a rifle case or rucksack takes a long time. If we had a quiver, it'd be way easier to use this bow. Eyeglasses. We don't need them. Another food vendor cart. This one's in much better shape than the one we stole. We'll actually take the spike trap down so that we don't pop the tires. We're stuck. This is a nightmare. We're gonna shove the cart into this office. There's another vehicle we didn't look at before, but seeing it now, we just can't help ourselves. There's a children's tricycle here. We are never going to get it moving on carpet. Here we go. Hell yeah. We can actually get this thing moving at a pretty good clip on the tile. We pop back into the craft shop and start grabbing everything. This bag can probably hold all this stuff, but it's actually too heavy for us to carry, so we'll need 2 trips. We'll just drop all this stuff. We can take a look at these books real fast. Two of them will take our tailoring to 6, which is great. We probably don't really need the clothing recipes, but who knows? Alright now, if we wanted to get on the roof, how would we do it? We'd probably go through the back rooms, right? That seems logical. Oh, bathrooms. The zombie catches up to us as we try to aim. Let's drop the rucksack. We will, of course, need arrows. Let's try leaving these on the floor and hauling them with us. Picking them up off the ground is a lot faster than taking them out of a bag. There we go. So something that a viewer noticed is that mall bathrooms didn't have soap. That viewer went and fixed this in a pull request. Unfortunately, that PR only affects new malls that we're going to find, not the one that's already been generated in our world. So if we want to do laundry, we'll have to look elsewhere. But the next person will have soap in their mall adventure. So thank you for that, viewer. Tactical handgun digest, we'll take that. Here's like a tea shop. Powdered milk is nice. Some teas do have an effect. Chamomile tea makes you sleepy. Spurge tea can prevent asthma attacks. I think bee balm is natural cold medicine. Obviously the elevator's a no-go. Oh, a bed store. We have been wanting a blanket, so let's... Blow high! So, blankets provide warmth when sharing a tile with them. For some reason, they don't prevent shivering, which is sort of a kludgy mechanic that tries to stop you from sleeping if you aren't warm enough. So if you're having trouble falling asleep due to shivering, try wearing your blanket. Pillows and stuffed animals add to the comfort of a sleeping spot, but I'm not 100% sure that this is the same sort of comfort that determines your healing speed. The code is pretty convoluted, but to my eyes it looks like there are two measures of comfort. One is on the piece of furniture and is related to how fast you heal. The other is derived partly from the furniture, but also includes things like pillows and determines how easily you can fall asleep. So putting Blow High and our blanket together in our armchair will make it easier for us to sleep there, but I don't think they'll help with healing. Feel free to correct me on that if you can read C++. Here's another newspaper page. Riots growing. Communications with government forces have been muddled by a large influx of aggressive armed individuals to nationwide riots. We have this under control, says a local police chief. We are authorizing our forces to use lethal force on combative humans. In the meantime, people are advised to stay in their homes and avoid any contact with peacekeeping forces to avoid friendly fire. Riots are believed to be affecting cities worldwide since at least 3 weeks ago. This is nothing we didn't know already. It felt like it started not long after the New Year. At first it all felt pretty justified, but then it got weird and really violent. And then it was like a war in the streets. It was supposedly some kind of chemical agent that was making people act that way. We must have been affected too. That's why we blacked out. Howdy, partner. This bow is really tearing the place up. This looks like a coffee shop. It seems like we're up on the north end now. The terrain over here doesn't have a tile yet. Oh, okay, it's a rolling shutter. Here come the cops to spoil our fun. No archery allowed in the mall. Do we have a weapon for this? Yeah, we have a cudgel. Alright, that was quite something. We smash our way past the 3 zombies and get back to exploring. I wonder if we can shoot through this. Oh, we can. Wait, our arrows! Okay, there's a back door we can use. This is a jewelry store. It's not cool punk jewelry though, so who cares? Oh my god, go around! Okay, antibiotics. There's a cookbook. Leather pants. Okay, more leather is great. We're not going to bother with the belts because I think you get like 1 patch if you dismantle those. So this is the big clothing store to the north of our hideout. We stalk the sales floor, and our impeccable aim drops zombie after zombie. The upper level is crawling with them, and this escalator makes getting a shot off here awkward. We struggle to kick the zombie away and sink an arrow into it, but it's not the kill shot we wanted. Back down we go. Alright, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. This spot leaves us really exposed. Even in the dark, several of them have locked onto us, and there's only one way through. We're going to grab our bow and make sure the arrows are in our rifle case, and try breaking through. One follows us, which will actually make this easier. We dash past the sales counter and start going to work. This X-Acto knife is actually really useful. It has the fine cutting quality, which makes it important for dissection and certain crafts. The zombie also had a box of alcohol wipes. These are decent for cleaning up wounds. Three shots drop another zombie in the darkness. We stop to make a note in our map to indicate that we've left our rucksack downstairs. At long range like this, it's difficult to get the kill shots we need. The zombie winds up looking like a pincushion. We're getting worn out from all this archery. We hustle back toward the escalator to catch our breath. Fitting room's over here. And this is the shoe section. There's another zombie in the break room. And two more in the back hallway here. It's almost too easy. We find a leather apron in the storeroom. We've definitely got enough leather to make some proper armor now. We step through a door and into Party Planet. This cane is made of plastic. It's not going to work as a weapon. Same with this light-up wizard staff. There are some fingerless gloves here. Those are useful. And we can grab that hard hat we saw the other day. So this thing has less coverage and protection, but it's also got less encumbrance. We don't get hit in the head very often, so we'd be fine with a more lightweight head covering. Plus we can stick that face shield on it when we get back to base. There's a bakery across the way with some moldy pastries sitting out. We will have to deal with that cop zombie. Alright, 3 USP mags and some 30-06. No guns, though. We'll also grab his two-way radio. There's some intact brownies. And a loaf of garlic bread that is miraculously unscathed. In the back there's some rice, evaporated milk, and condensed milk. This stuff is great. Not sure what this place is, but we may as well clear it out. Stepping into the break room, we can see something bizarre in the darkness. A zombie bursts apart in a shower of gore. Something is ejected from its body. A flesh raptor. This small winged predator darts through the air on 3 thinly haired wings that look like stretched human hands. A sheer jagged spike juts out from the point where the wings meet. It looks like nothing we've seen on Earth, and yet strangely like it is made from human parts. It twirls and flutters in a bizarre pattern as it flies toward us. We turn and bolt out of the room, slamming the door behind us. It's hard to even process what we just saw. We can only keep moving. There's a jar of pickled offal back here. Hey, why not? That's another zombie down. This looks like a deli. There's a flyer in its pocket. Public health alert. Due to recent events, the CDC is issuing a warning to avoid public areas and spaces. An unknown biological contaminant is suspected to be affecting citizens. The CDC would like to remind the public to cover your nose and mouth while sneezing. Wash your hands frequently and receive an up-to-date flu shot if possible. Boiling water is recommended until further notice. It looks like we've been inadvertently following the guidelines, except the part about avoiding public spaces. We screwed up big time there. Most of this stuff is rotten. There are some more hot dogs here. A book about advanced economics. A USB drive with some miscellaneous software on it. Not sure if we can use this, but we'll grab it. There are stairs leading up here. But what is this place? Looks like an office? Bingo! We can see daylight. We find ourselves up on the roof, looking out across the shattered skylights. There are some golf carts up here. The employees probably use these to get around. Rice, a leather corset. This must be where they received new items as they were delivered. Toastums. Cornmeal. We can grab a can of chicken. There's all kinds of stuff up here. It looks like there's just a completely random assortment of items in these boxes. We don't have space left to carry much, and there's a ton to sort through here. We walk the perimeter of the roof, scanning the horizon. Someone left a bottle of rum up here. We can't bring it with us, but we'll take a swig. We look down and see a semi-truck. Here's a forklift. As we drunkenly mess with the controls, we realize that the thing's engine is busted. Damn it! There's another loading dock full of random crap and broken elevators. This forklift is out of batteries. There's a downspout on this loading dock. We could climb up to an even higher point to see more of our surroundings. We're too tired. Let's take a short break. There we go. We spot a raven's nest in the gutter. Maybe the birds are still doing all right. We do indeed see more of our surroundings from up here. To the south, there's some kind of weird orangish structure. We can see a cemetery at the edge of the river to the southeast, deep in the woods. It's kind of an idyllic spot for a place like that. We wonder if the dead people are all zombies now, thumping around in their coffins. We know there are more woods off to the east, with trails and logging roads intersecting the highway. To the north, we can see a swarm of bodies between Minot and the forest. That's a bad sign. The bits of town we can see from here look largely residential. There are no cars driving down the street, no planes in the sky, just a few plumes of smoke on the horizon. The worst part is the quiet. We've never known quiet like this. Our entire life we've been surrounded by the noise of daily life. Humming electronics, vehicles, construction, the murmur of crowds. That's all gone now. We are truly alone. We climb down from our vantage point. Our bag's weighing us down so much that it makes it a lot more difficult. We should be careful. Back down into the mall. Here's the freight elevator, or the open shaft anyway. We pry open the doors. Maybe a zombie will fall in. A zombie pops out of a cardboard box to try to grab us. Jesus, who did even think of that? There's another one crammed in this display window with the mannequins. We're back in the Southside department store, it looks like. There are two more zombies standing among the mannequins. We almost walked right into them. This looks like a shop that sells just bags. Here's a gym. We never had much use for this kind of a place before, but now it's something to consider. We could use these machines to burn calories, and they're also needed for higher level athletics practice. We cut through the ceramics shop, making our way back to the hideout. Hello, what's this? A leather shop? We prop open the door and bait a zombie out. And there he goes, right over the edge. Alright, this is awesome. We toss all our fancy new leather over the ledge. Oh, and there's a bunch more in the back. Tanned hides and all. We may as well clear this place out. We get a little lazy, and a zombie catches up to us. It's easy to forget they're dangerous after laying waste to so many. Alright, just making sure we didn't leave anything back here. Wait a second. The curtains in front of these fitting rooms are beaded, not cloth. If we take them down, we get string and long sticks. That might not sound like much, but that's pretty handy. After tossing all of our things down, we climb over the railing and let ourselves down to the lower level. As soon as our feet hit the ground, a zombie cop is on us. We couldn't see it from our angle before. Luckily, we're able to break away. We sight down the other zombie and loose an arrow. And another. There we go. We'll drop our case and switch to the cudgel. We deliver a few blows to the zombie, but quickly run out of breath. Let's duck around the RV here. Down it goes. It had a Kevlar vest. These can be useful. They're worn as underwear and they provide pretty decent protection for very little encumbrance. It also had some more USB and Stanag mags. We're finally back home. Just quickly making sure we didn't forget anything. We'll go back for our rucksack. There's another zombie in here. It's kind of hard to believe we missed this one. We're too weighed down. We'll just ditch it. Okay, finally back with all the loot. Let's just dump it all out here. It takes us a while, but eventually we dump our trash out in the brazier and sort the place out with all our new goodies. We unlace our corset and let it fall to the ground. We've been trapped in that thing for days, and even wearing it loosely was very uncomfortable. It's nice to finally be able to breathe again. Let's take apart some of these leather items. Disassembly times have been reduced, it looks like, and the crash glitch seems to be gone, so we can disassemble this leather jacket and get more material from it than we normally would have. We'll cut up everything else, including our corset. We should now have everything we need to make a cuirass. It looks like the patchwork leather sheets and tanned hides are not interchangeable, even though you make the same things with them. We can't just mix the two in a single recipe. That's okay though, we can just craft some more leather sheets. Let's see to our health first though. We have some wounds we could clean up. And we'll eat some vitamins. Now we can get back to work. After a while, we decide to take a break. There's something else we've been meaning to do. We'll start by making a bunch of makeshift bandages out of the cotton we've acquired. Now we'll light a fire in the brazier. And let's boil these guys. That'll make them way more effective, and it really doesn't cost us anything but time. We even get to keep the water. These boiled bandages will take us up to average bandage quality, which is great. Now we can get to work on that cuirass. It's yellowed out because our practical skill has rusted down to 3, but we'll get that right back as we work. Yep, there it goes. Instantly back to 4. I'm not sure I understand the point of skill rust if you can just instantly get your skill back like that. I can only assume it's not really where they want it yet. We're basically Frankensteining together a leather jacket and our old corset to make a heavy leather breastplate with shoulder protection. Combined with our arm guards, we're basically wearing an armored jacket. It's soft, but thickly padded, especially where the zombies like to bite us. After 11 grueling hours of work, our laptop battery dies. We pop in another one and get back to it. We're almost done, we keep telling ourselves. It's 5 a.m. when we finish. We've learned a ton about making clothes, and we're pretty proud of our armor set so far. It's even got corset lacing to make it fit properly. That's pretty badass. It looks like we might need to reconfigure our inventory though. So this cuirass fits on the outer layer just like our trench coat. And unfortunately the cuirass doesn't have pockets. We were really relying on that trench coat for storage, and now that's just something we're going to have to give up if we want to survive. We can still wear the utility vest though, and in this loadout we're only at 10 torso encumbrance, which is well within reasonable bounds. We'll take a minute to drop some things that we don't need. And we can put that plastic face shield on our hard hat. Everybody say bye-bye to the baseball helmet. We could maybe try making a spear with these long sticks that we found. The wooden spear is pretty weak, and it looks like the knife spear would use our good butchery knife, so that's no good. We'll set our bandage bag to hold boiled makeshift bandages. We didn't have any before, so we couldn't do that. And we'll take a look at our books. The Modern Trapper is the one we've been thinking about. We currently have 0 devices skill. The ability to make and operate more complex traps would be really cool. Our thoughts drift back to the outside world as we read. We heard what Kirk said about Minot. We know that it looked pretty bad from up on the roof, but how could we be sure? What if the army's there right now, saving people and clearing out the zombies? Or what if the problem was somehow contained to this area? Maybe there's like a perimeter. We have armor now, and we're well armed. We should make a trip out there. That's our next goal. In the meantime, we'll load up our tablet with everything on these SD cards. We're pretty hungry and we have actual food now. Let's cook a hot meal. Maybe a vegetable sandwich? Protein shake? That's not really hot, I guess. We could make succotash. That's a Native American dish of corn and beans. Sloppy Joes. Okay, we have tomato sauce. We can chop up our canned chicken, cook it in the sauce, and serve it on biscuits. That's not too bad. That sauce is going to start going bad now that we've opened it though, so let's make some more of these just to use it up. We can make a new cudgel. Oh geez, the smoke. We hack and cough as we try to carve by firelight. That's why we've been using our laptop for light even when the brazier is lit. Since we can't keep a gun in our trench coat, we should make a holster. So there are a lot of different holsters, and they all have different encumbrance and are worn on different parts of the body. They're also different sizes. Our CZ is quite small, so we can probably get away with a really unobtrusive holster. The standard holster is pretty bad. 3 or 4 encumbrance is definitely more than we want to deal with. So our CZ, it looks like it's 238 millimeters long. Alright, the fast draw holster looks like it's going to be our best bet. It's only 2 encumbrance, and we can snap our pistol out of it in less than 1/3 of a second. It holds up to 250 millimeters of gun, so the CZ is just the right size. We could stay up and work on this, but we want to be sleeping during the day, so we'll just get some rest instead. We grab our blanket, but we realize we left Blowhigh out by the mattress store. Oh well, we'll go get him later.